Hi, Linda Bowen here from stampingwithlynda.com, your cardiologist since 1997, helping you create cards from the heart. Today is another creative fold video, and I'm doing a 3D again because I know we're all looking for those last-minute gifts to make. And this is just an adorable note card holder. It holds the Stampin' Up! Note cards. It's a project that we did at my recent retreat, and I wanted to show you how to make this little box to hold the note cards. I have 5 note cards and envelopes in the box. So let's get started and let me show you how I made it. First off, I used the Color Me Irresistibly specialty paper. This paper is very similar to what we had in Sale-a-Bration last year. It has that white gloss to it, and I'm just going to take my dauber, and I am using my Old Olive ink pad, and I am just coloring that. Now you notice I'm getting some smudges, some darker places, but I'm going to show you how to correct that. Just a fun way when you are sponging with a dauber and you get these blotchy marks. Again, with the Color Me Irresistibly paper, it comes printed on colored paper and also the white. It's an assortment pack, comes 12 by 12. So I have just used my Old Olive and colored that. Again, you can see the splotches. So what I'm going to bring in is some wet wipes. Ooh, looks like my last one. This one is very wet, so I don't want to push on the paper too much, but I'm just going to take and kind of swirl that color around, and it just blends that paper really well. Now you can do this on regular cardstock too, and it just gives you a softer look to your sponging. Takes those round circles, you still have the darker marks, but it softens those circles from your dauber. I'm going to bring in a paper towel and just kind of wipe that down, and you can see that beautiful wood grain. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in Stampin' Up's gift bag punch board, and I'm going to use that to form my box. Going to take the paper, didn't tell you the size of this. This measures 4 inches by 10 inches. Because it's a little bit damp and also because it's the specialty paper, I want to be careful when I'm scoring and not push too hard. So I'm going to take that paper and line it up with the edge, and I'm going to score where it says side. So I'm just going to score, and I'm going to move that score line over to the medium mark, the M, and I'm going to score again. Then what I need to do is to flip my paper over and do the same score lines again. Push it all the way up, line it up with the side, score at the side, move it over to the M, and score again. Next, what I need to do is to cut the bottom. Oh, first I forgot my score line across the top, my horizontal. So I want to go all the way across with that and score that horizontal. Again, making sure if you're using specialty papers, designer series papers, you want to be careful and not to push too hard. Then I'm going to take the 4 score lines and I'm going to line it up with that little arrow, and I'm going to punch. Now this is forming the bottom part of my box. So the gift bag punch board can also be used for making boxes. So I've got that. My flaps are going to be a little bit long, so what I'm going to do is bring in my personal trimmer, and I'm going to trim off a 1/2 inch of those flaps. Oops. Need to also remember it's still a little wet with the trimmer, but that's not going to matter because we'll cover that up. So I need to form my box now. Going to bring in my tear and tape. Now there isn't a lot of room for your adhesive. Your box is pretty much the exact size you want it. So you want to make sure you get your adhesive right close to that side. I'll pull that tape up. and then fold my sides up. Because I used the Season of Cheer designer series paper, I used 2 different colors of the green for the top and the bottom. So there I've got my box, and I just want to, should have made sure I burnished those edges for the bottom of the box before I folded it up. Again, it's a little bit damp, so the tape may not hold real good to it, but good enough for you to see what we're going to do. So I'm going to take the tear and tape and run it along this side of the flap. Move that tape and fold my box in. Again, don't forget to burnish those score lines, and it'll work better for you. But there I've got the top of my box. Oops, I think I need to move that over just a hair. See if we can do that. Not working the best. I didn't get that quite over far enough. Again, to eliminate that, make sure you burnish those sides. Something I did not do. There we go. That forms my box top. And so what happens is they are the same size. I've already done one in the Mellow Moss. They're the same size. So what I need to do next is form a band to go around, so that they set on top, but then it covers up that edge. And what I used for that was our corrugated cardstock, because it bends nicely around your box. I used the Night of Navy. The corrugated cardstock comes in white and in crumb cake, but you can easily change the color with your dauber. So with the corrugation, again, really makes a nice accent for your boxes, because it just bends right around. This piece is 2 inches by 12. Then I have a piece of 1.5 by 12 of the Season of Cheer. Going to just add some of my fast fuse to hold that down. And then I'm just going to lay that on top. And my box just doesn't want to stick because I did not give it time to dry good. So let's see if we can make that stick. We'll make it work. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to take my fast fuse and I'm going to run it along the bottom of that belly band. Well, now I'm just having, oh, I see what's happening. I've got it caught there. Let's just roll that back down. See if we can get it to work this time. There it goes. And so then that just gets right on the bottom here, wrapped around like so, and then that covers up your seam for your box. And there you have a Creative Fold 3D. Hope you've enjoyed today's video. Check over at my blog, stampingwithlynda.com, and I will have all the dimensions for you. Talk to you real soon.